On the 14th of October, with a single press of a button, my life changed. I had just purchased the Amazon Kindle Paperwhite, and over the next month, it would change my habits so much for the better, and every single time I opened it, I would feel so much happier with my decision to purchase it in the first place, which the way I think about it was pretty much for free anyways. In this video, I'll explain the reasoning behind why I purchased the Kindle and why I definitely recommend you should get it as well. Now, I was never the type of person who was really passionate about reading and would end up reading a book every few days or even every week. But also reading wasn't exactly something that I'd hated either. Back in the day, I would go to the library, borrow a few books that I thought looked kind of interesting just by the title and maybe skimming through a few pages, borrow those books, bring them back home, maybe read one or two depending if I was hooked enough or not, and then return them all together whenever I got a notification from my library saying my books were overdue. So why did I actually end up buying the Kindle? Well, the first reason is the financial cost and breakdown of the price, which actually makes it a really attractive purchase. The way I thought about it was that it was pretty much free and I didn't have to pay anything for it. No, I'm not using my parents' money. What I mean by this is, well, normally on the Amazon store, the Kindle Paperwhite, which is the one I purchased, is normally priced at 200 Australian dollars, which roughly equates to 135 USD or £100 or so. However, on the 14th of October, this was Amazon Prime Day, and what this meant was that the price of the Kindle Paperwhite was slashed from 200 AUD to 150 AUD, a 25% price reduction. Being an Asian person who really loves a good discount, this really got me interested. But that's not it. Since I would be using the Kindle for research and for my YouTube videos, for example, this was for me a tax-deductible expense, and it meant I could knock off another 19%, which is my marginal tax rate, of the purchase price of 150 Australian dollars, bringing the total price down to $121.50. And then, unlike other purchases such as mobile phones and cars, the Kindle doesn't really depreciate, and it keeps a lot of its resale value later on. Just with a quick eBay search on sold items of the Kindle Paperwhite 10th generation, we can see used versions of my Kindle are actually selling for more than what it cost me to buy brand new. So even 3 to 4 years down the line, if I no longer wanted the Kindle, I can still at least recoup whatever it cost me to buy it for brand new in the first place. That is, if I decided I no longer wanted it or needed it. And again, that's not it when it comes to such an attractive price. Ebooks are a lot cheaper than physical books because of the amount of paper that's required to print, manufacture, and also put them on the bookshelves. And also, there's a lot of places on the internet, wink wink nudge nudge, where if you wanted to, you don't have to buy it on the Amazon bookstore, but get ebooks for free on the internet and transfer them to your Kindle using the charging cable. All this adds up, and what it basically means, it's not going to cost you any money, if any at all, to get and use the Kindle in the first place. The second benefit is reducing the friction and inconvenience that's stopping you from picking up a book and reading it in the first place. This has completely changed some of the negative habits that I had in my life. What I'd do before I got the Kindle was whenever I was on the train or on the bus to work or to go to uni, I would just be listening to some music on my phone, maybe with my earbuds in, maybe reading the news, scrolling through Facebook, Instagram, and just not doing anything productive really when I had that time on the train or on the bus. Furthermore, I also slipped into the bad habits of every morning when I woke up and every night just before I went to sleep, I would spend half an hour to 1 hour just browsing through my phone, looking through social media, maybe occasionally watching some YouTube videos, and just not being productive with that time at all. And this would take up generally half an hour to 1 hour of my time each morning just being wasted using my phone unproductively. And I would also do this at night time as well. So in total each day I'd spend 1 hour to 2 hours just on my phone before I went to sleep and also just as I woke up. I was doing these things which what the authors of the book Make Time would call infinity pools, which are just procrastination distractions that waste your time and stop you from doing anything productive or what you've set out to achieve that day. So across 1 week, this worked out to be I was roughly wasting 16 hours of my time each week. And this equates to about 2 full days each week of me just doing nothing productive and just completely useless stuff on my phone. Now with the Kindle, I've changed my daily habits for the better now. So what I do is my daily habits are now 30 minutes of reading in the morning and 30 minutes at nighttime just before I go to sleep. I switch off the lights, turn off my phone, hide it in the drawer and get straight into reading. Not only is this more productive, but it also helps me sleep a lot better as well. Instead of looking at my phone just before I sleep, which will cause me to waste my time thinking about Trump's latest tweets on the election, latest coronavirus stats, that will probably cause me a bit of stress by the time I want to sleep. With the Kindle, I can clear my mind from the world around me and disconnect myself from all the news and drama that's going on. And recently, this is just anecdotal, but recently I feel like I've achieved a lot better quantity and also quality of sleep as well. Also, because the Kindle is so light and doesn't really take much space at all in your bag, I like to bring my Kindle along in my bag whenever I'm going to ride the train or ride the bus, and I can do a good amount of reading instead of just spending that time browsing through my phone. So I realized with this simple device, I'm actually saving 16 hours of my time and getting that back in my life each week. Now, in this video, I'm not going to talk about the books that I'm reading specifically or give you guys any book recommendations. There are a lot more knowledgeable and cultured people out there who probably have better understandings of the topics that you're interested in, and much more likely they'll know the best books on that topic than I do. I just know for me, I've been learning a lot from the books that I've been reading, and surprisingly, I found it really enjoyable and quite fun to read as well now. So those are my thoughts on the Kindle and why I recommend everyone should get one. Let me know down in the comments what books you guys are currently reading, or if you have any book recommendations that you think I should check out. If you enjoyed this video or found it insightful, then make sure to give a big thumbs up down below, and also subscribe to this channel to not miss out on my future study and academic content where I give study tips and insights into learning and student life. As always, take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.